Hello, and this is Diary of a Trader, and welcome to this next video. Today I want to go over something that a lot of traders are familiar with. They've heard it all the time. There's plenty of educational videos and information about it out there, but one of the things that I think we don't discuss enough is how to properly implement this tool, and these are Fibonacci retracements. And a lot of times people just take a high and a low, in a 5-minute chart, or they'll take a high and a low in a 15-minute chart, and they'll just draw these Fibonacci zones and retracements, and they'll just trade off them like that. And there's really inherently nothing wrong with that, because Fibonacci retracements, they're going to be accurate depending on the scale you use. However, they're not always going to be sensitive. If we go from swing to swing, we see a lot of people like to take retracements off of the 50% or the 618% retracements. In this case, this swing went all the way to the 786, which is a strong reversal zone. We could even go further back here and test this zone here if we wanted. This is in the Ethereum dollar pair. It's which retracement are you comfortable taking your short at. And on smaller time frames, we just get a lot of zigzagging and moves and prices, and just not a lot of strong correlation, because we could take a swing from here, we could move it from this swing to this swing. We could really go wherever we wanted. So the important thing is that we know how to draw them, and then when to place them. That is the next most important thing. So I never like to place a Fibonacci retracement on anything less than a daily and a weekly chart. All right, I just don't, and it doesn't work so well on shorter time frames because there's too much noise. But on longer time frames, you're going to find that the Fibonacci levels in a retracement are going to be extremely accurate. They're going to be extremely sensitive to price rejection, and they're going to be extremely consistent. For example, if we take a Fibonacci level from here to here, all right, in Ethereum, or we could even go to the first kind of the first real pullback zone, maybe breakout zone, if we want to call it that, from back here. We could say that this may be our first kind of real pullback zone, before the first like real swing that we swing low before we had our all-time high. Well, we would say that this is probably what we want to look at. And so we look at the weekly chart, we see this is these are our levels, and typically what we see is that when prices fall and they return to the 50% level, that's where we get a lot of rejection. And that is right where we had price have its first kind of swing high rally back in March, all the way up to April and the very end of April. And that 50% zone is where we found a whole lot of selling pressure. Let's bring it back down to the daily. All right. And we can see that that is fib levels actually on the weekly charts. They do act as very natural, strong support and resistance zones. And in this case right here, we can see that we are currently facing a lot of support right now at the 786 level. But having a long fib retracement is something that everybody should do. You should have a major fib swing in your charts, depending on what you're trading. So if I'm trading the Ethereum, this is the dollar, but the tether, the Ethereum tether pair, and this is my swing range, then I know that on a long time frame, from a swing low to the all-time high, that this is the fib level zone that I'm trading in, and this is what I want to pay attention to. But we also want to look at the levels inside as we are trading in a current price range and a current swing. So if I'm looking at well, let's see here. Let's take this current swing here. If we do from this swing low to this swing high, all right, and we could actually make these, so it's easier on the eyes. Let's make these levels a little, making them a little thinner. Zoom in here, and what do I see? What do I see? Well, I see that there is something cool that happens, not very often, but when it does, it's a pretty powerful sign. Right here, this major swing, the 786 Fibonacci level, is the same as this swing low to this swing high. The Fibonacci level in here, if I move this, up a little bit, you can see that 786 line. That's a shared Fibonacci level. Now, that is generally a pretty powerful sign of support or resistance. And for right now, we're looking at this as a pretty powerful sign of support. We can couple that with looking at the low here in our composite index that is sloping up, and then we look at the stochastic RSI as well, which is sloping up and coming out of oversold territory. So all of this right here, the price action, the current buying tails on the candlesticks, this is all indicating a strong supportive buying condition, and that is reinforced heavily by the fact that we have a major 786 Fibonacci level that was found to support, followed by our current swing low, shorter term swing low, swing high Fibonacci support is the exact same 786 Fibonacci level. And this is really, in my opinion, the proper way to apply Fibonacci retracement is on major swings of a weekly and a daily chart. And I believe you will save yourself a lot of headaches and a lot of frustration with your Fibonacci retracements if you limit the use of them to only being applied on weekly and daily charts and on those major swings. And that can help you with a lot of the anxiety that can be accompanied. I also just want to take a quick look at the Fib retracement of this swing low here. Swing high to this most recent swing low. And we can see that was a resistance zone right up here, this fib level. All right. So something to keep an eye on, something that anybody can easily apply to their trading, and it can help you immensely in finding those natural turns in a market. Hope this video finds you well, and I look forward to talking with you in our future videos. Bye-bye.